many fans on both sides, this is a one-game season. Ohio State, of course, defending national champions, but Michigan has bragging rights. They've beaten their rivals the last 4 times. Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 16th-ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Herbstreit. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going here. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the first swing today. Well, Michigan versus Ohio State. I don't have to say too much more, but a lot was said after last year's Wolverine victory in Columbus. A lot of jawing. Buckeyes eventually use that as fuel to go on and win the national championship.
Usually when Ohio State and Michigan get together, not only the emotions, but the line of scrimmage decides the outcome of the game. And last year was no different. Michigan, to their credit, Mason Graham and company, dominating Ohio State's run game, pressuring the quarterback, and that's what eventually led them to a victory. They didn't have a whole lot going for their own offense, but their defense was dominant. And the Buckeyes, in my opinion, I think they used that loss as a springboard to their next 4 games in a national championship. Cannot wait to see the emotions on this field and what the results are of this year's game.
They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Tight end goes in motion. First down. Looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's McCulley.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
A completion makes it second down. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Gets the first and still running. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Simpson. That play will move the sticks. Set him up first down at the 42.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They test the middle, but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
The ninth play of a strong opening drive. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Pulls it in. It's Moore.
Chris, I felt like that was almost a 2-for-1. They know they're potentially going to go for it on 4th down, so you try to get as much as you can on 3rd to put yourself in a good spot for this next play. Curious to see if the offensive coordinator had something up his sleeve for this play on 4th down.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And he makes it. Wow, from 55 yards out.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense gets their first crack now. Hey, Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football. I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough. He's in the clear. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Back to pass. It's Sayan. Snags the quick throw. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the...
It's caught inside the 30 and still going. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw it again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You talk about a tough matchup for this defense down in this area. What are you going to do? The quarterback puts it up in the air, and the big tight end goes over top of everybody for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Here's the handoff. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now it's second down here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Klein. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion sets up an important third down play. And they pick up the first on the ground. He's going to lose ground on the run, and now it brings up fourth down. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback keeps the football. The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback when he keeps the ball. A lot of times it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. He's got it in the open. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone. Looking for some space. It's Peoples. Great cut there. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that previous play. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Jet sweep call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I love to see a defense that's prepared for anything. The offense here tries that jet sweep and quickly found out that going side to side is tricky against this defense and the speed they have.
So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Trying to force a field goal attempt. Can he make it to the marker? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
And that's good, tough running here on this 3rd down by the back. The defense was locked in on stopping the run, but kudos to this running back for navigating where that hole was and hitting it hard for the yards he needed.
The Buckeyes looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, this defense just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. They just loaded up in that goal line formation and pushed their way into the end zone.
They're set now to try the PAT. The PAT is good, so it's a 14-3 lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Motion now from the tight end. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And that pass falls incomplete. The Wolverines will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. Nice grab. It's Smith. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive back against the run game. What a job of making that play in because of the play of that corner.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. QB decides to keep it here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Peoples. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, this running back is very dangerous in the open field as a runner. Here we see him catching the football as a receiver, but the defense does a great job of keeping him short of the first down marker.
Buckeyes will send their punt team off the field. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Handoff to the back. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to throw here. The pocket breaking down. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Now the handoff. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender. My goodness.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the first down.
The Wolverines will try to keep this drive moving. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Caught to the right. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
And the Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaks into the clear. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. The Wolverines will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Michigan.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Extra point try coming now. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On the run, it's Peoples. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Receiver in motion now. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
So one enormous play, and this offense is threatening almost into the red zone. Ball handed off. Here he goes. Showcasing the shiftiness on that play. Defense finally brings him down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere for a loss.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go now. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
When they take a shot into the end zone on 3rd down, they come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. The distance will be from 38 yards out. The field goal is good.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? They'll run it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
The Wolverines will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back, it's Sayan. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Breaks an open space. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Rivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Great job by the defense bouncing back after allowing that big gain the play before. This is the type of potential momentum changer a team needs to rally from a deficit like this.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. To the air, it's Sayan. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yardage.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He lets it rip. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He makes the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Keeping it on the ground here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the 2nd down play. It's a quarterback keeper. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, this time he misses his intended target, but this receiver has been a key today. They want to try to just keep feeding him.
So on 4th down, the decision is to try out the field goal team. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. He's in the clear. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McCulley. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
A 2nd down after that completion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaks into the clear. They make the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set it for the 1st down at the 47.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Movement here from the tight end. And the running back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Receivers are bunched together. Here's the handoff on a counter. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. On the ground, it's Marshall. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a 1st down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Moves out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more. Tackle at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, this is what this quarterback can do. You got all the receivers and the backs locked up and covered, and he just slips out and takes it all the way inside the 10-yard line. Great recognition on this one, and this defense is going to have to start accounting for this quarterback going forward.
Very efficient on third down, and now it's first down and goal. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
Second down and goal upcoming. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot from 24 yards. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now for the 20-yard line. To throw, it's Sayan. The receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Ohio State has the lead here after 1. Reach the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here comes a handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quarterback operating an empty set. To throw, it's Saying. Short connection to the tight end here. That play moves the ball across midfield and is set up for the first down at the 41.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
He'll hand it off. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down play coming up. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Here we go, third and short on the 7th play of this drive. On the ground, it's Peoples. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be first down.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach fourth quarter offense all year long, the importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on third downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
And here's the handoff.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Makes the catch downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this Buckeye team, Kirk, beginning to flex now and pulling away from their arch rivals right here.
Well, they seem to win every one-on-one matchup, whether it's the offensive line being able to win, getting a hat on a hat, the backs being able to get out in space one-on-one, or these receivers getting downfield. The athletic ability of the Buckeyes on full display.
See if they can convert the point after. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter.
That makes the score Ohio State 27, Michigan 13.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Simpson. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And looking to throw now on first down. The sure hands, it's Haynes. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense showing a bunch formation now. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Bringing pressure. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense.
They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
1st down, they're going to throw the ball. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense. After getting a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
After the loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And they heave it deep downfield. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a bigger.
And now here comes the point after attempt.
Is on for the extra point.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now for the 20-yard line. Quarterback still with the football. And you see him able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Leaning on the run game here. He's got room to run. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Looking to pass, it's Sayin. Gets made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Tate.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
A crucial play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Buckeyes offense is on the move now. And at first down, they go right back to him. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Handoff here from the shotgun. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The Buckeyes will have to kick this away when it comes for a 2nd punt of the game. Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Pump over the middle. It's Klein.
Well, I really like what they did here by keeping their tight ends involved. I understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet. Stick to your base offense, execute, move the ball down the field, and see if you can give yourself a real shot to win this game.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Down the middle, it's Haynes. They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. Over the middle, it's Simpson. They get him down. The game moves the ball to the +40.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's running out of time here. Gets some space around the 30. Slides to avoid the big hit. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
That's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.